So one other thing we really want to talk about, and we're going to do a big deep dive into it, is the Gluepot. So a lot of the times, debris will get caught up in the glue roller, or the lid will be kept off of the Gluepot, and debris will get in there. And what happens is the auger is going to sort of draw it back in behind the glue roller, and you're not going to get an even application of glue. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the glue temperature up to about 190, and then I'm going to show you how to break down this whole glue tower and get everything cleaned out. So one of the most important parts of this machine is keeping the Gluepot clean and keeping the glue roller clean. If you don't keep it clean, you're not going to get a good application of glue, and it's gonna hurt your product. So what we've got here is our temperature is almost reached 190, and we're gonna move over to the Gluepot here. So we've got our temperature where we need it to be, and the first thing we're gonna do is pull the glue out of the Gluepot. So we're gonna take our lid off here. What I've done is I've taken just a couple strips of wood, and it helps to have a little bit of a taper on them, but just throw a couple sticks of wood in here. What you're going to do is you're just going to actually just put them right into the glue. And you're just going to let that settle. And what we're going to do is when we come in tomorrow morning, we're going to heat the machine up to about 150 degrees. And then at that 150 degree point, we're going to be able to pull these sticks, and the majority of the glue is going to come with them. So we'll see you then. So now that we've let the Gluepot cool off, we're at that stage where we can start warming it up again to be able to pull the glue out. So you want to get it to about 75 to 90 degrees. So if you sort of come in here, and what's going to happen is we're going to it's going to heat up the outside edges first. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab onto the sticks. And if we pull up, it should pull out the majority of the glue. And we can just take a box, cardboard box, or some rags and get rid of it. And then this gets us into the position where we can grab some little trims, some little sticks and stuff like this, and just start scraping out the majority that's left behind. Next thing what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the temperature to get up to around 150 degrees, and we're going to start disassembling the tower and pulling the tower out so that we can clean in behind the glue roller and clean out the rest of the pot. So now that we've reached 150 degrees, what we're going to start doing is disassembling our tower here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out this temperature probe. One thing I'll mention is you want to wear some gloves. This is quite warm, so something like a welder's gloves or an insulated glove that's going to protect your hands. But first thing you want to do is pull out this temperature probe. You can get this out of the way, and you can take this bolt off here. And again, just pull it out of the way over here. Next thing is we've got 1, 2, and 3 bolts that we've got to remove to be able to pull the tower out. What I like doing is once it's up to temperature, we can actually now disconnect the harness down here. You'll see down here there's a quick disconnect, and you can actually disconnect that and move out of the way. What that'll do, it'll allow us just to remove the heat and make sure that the glue roller doesn't turn on. And I always like to use my magnet to ensure I don't lose any hardware. So as I'm pulling this out, I can make sure it doesn't drop in the glue pot. We've got 2 more. We've got one in the back here. If it's tight, you can use a wrench to give yourself some leverage to be able to crack the bolt. And you can pull it right out. We got the last one. So we put the hardware aside. And what you want to do is, if you've got a bench, you want to get that nice and close by. Because when we pull this tower out, it's going to come with some glue. We've got some extra cardboard to sort of protect the surfaces. And at this point, it should come right out. So you can grab onto it. If you had a rag, you can sort of help you. It just comes straight up and out. I like to take a piece of cardboard and just scoop it up underneath. And at this point, you're going to have access. If you zoom in on here, you're going to have access to be able to take, again, your wood scrapers, and you can clean out any of the glue and get everything. If you have any burnt glue or anything like that, you just want to clean it off. One thing to note is that these glue pots have a Teflon coating on the inside, so you cannot use any sort of metal or anything that'll scratch the Teflon coating. The Teflon coating really makes it easy to be able to sort of scrape that excess glue out of there and get it all cleaned up. From there, once you've got it all cleaned up, you just reassemble it and you're good to go.